This is another interesting news item. Santorum. We know who that guy is. Oh, yes. He's Count Dracula. People say, what do you call him Count Dracula? Because he looks like Count Dracula. He looks like a blood-sucking vampire, if you ask me. By the way, did you know that Rick Santorum wants to amend the Constitution to ban gay marriage? Even though he's a 10ther, supposedly, he's a Tea Party, quote-unquote, even though no Tea Party will ever support amending the Constitution for any reason, unless if it's to limit the size of government, which is what they always been proposing. But to empower the government, again, to say, well, we are going to now regulate marriage more based on your genitals, then that's going to be very interesting. But he does look like Count Dracula. I want to suck your blood. I mean, he looks like he's going to suck your neck, suck your life out. Okay. Now, besides that, I don't really want to get into that, because I don't like to pick on people based on their looks or the way that they talk, but, you know, heck, whatever. So Rick Santorum says that he has gay friends. Okay. So what does that mean anyway? Here's the news article. Rick Santorum says, I have gay friends whose decision I respect. And a lot of gay bloggers are going crazy about this, obviously. What do you mean, decision? Well, for many of us, we have not decided to be gay. Certainly, yours truly. I haven't decided to be gay. And of course, I don't believe that being gay is genetic either, nor is it a choice. Okay, if you want to push me and want to find out what I think about this, I will say this. I think it's spiritual. I think it has more to do with our emotions and the way that we are wired. I do think that genetics may play a part, but not. There is no gay gene. There is no direct effect from your genes, but there is a component. And I don't want to take up the rest of our time talking about choice versus nature, you know, but we see homosexuality in other places, homosexuality in animals, etc., etc. So I can pretty much say that homosexuality is present and is existing in nature and also in human behavior and human psychology. But besides the psychological, besides the human nature or the physiological aspect of homosexuality, I think it's mostly spiritual. That's just what I'm saying. It's just my take. Take it or leave it. Some people might find that offensive. Oh, we're talking about spirituality and the Bible. I'm not talking about the Bible. I'm not talking about God either. I'm just saying it's a spiritual thing. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Now, Santorum, he's a very interesting guy. He went on Fox News with Megyn Kelly. I like Megyn Kelly. She's a really nice girl. And Megyn Kelly does have gay friends. In fact, I've actually met one of them a while ago. I'm not going to say who. And Megyn Kelly is pretty there. She's okay. She's not a vampire like Count Dracula Santorum. But Count Dracula Santorum says that he has gay friends. And he may have gay friends. But the thing is that when people say I have gay friends, what does that mean anyway? Obviously, a lot of people have gay friends. It's like saying, hey, I have a red tie at home. So what? Am I supposed to be impressed by that? Does that give you a license to say really stupid things that really don't have nothing to do with bread and butter issues of our country today? Comparing gay marriage to a napkin and all that stupid nonsense. And of course, we gay people, we should not give him the pedestal that we are offended. Because these people, you know, these Count Draculas, they like to suck your life away. They like to feed off of your fears. And they do. These are vampires. What they do is they feed off of you. You bring the media attention to them. And they love it. They love it. and you bring it to them. Uh-huh. See, that's what I don't like about gay activists. In fact, there are gay activists who are worse than Santorum. Pretty darn ghoulish, if you want to say that. So, they would give these people, Bachman, Herman Cain, a pedestal, as though what they're saying is not only sort of true, but legitimate. And it's not legitimate. It's a bunch of crap. And that's all it is. Crap. What do you do with crap? You flush it down the toilet. You don't let it stay there and stink up the whole room. You flush the toilet. Okay? You take a poo-poo, you take a crap, you take a shit, and then you flush the toilet. You don't let the shit there stay there for a couple hours or for a couple of weeks and let it stink up the whole joint. You don't do that. So with Rick Santorum, all you do is wipe your ass and flush the toilet. Pretty simple. You get that? All of you gay activists? Good. Reason being is because we don't want to give him the opportunity to continue on with his tirades. And number two, this guy has no chance of winning the nomination. So let's focus on other things. Now, here's my other thing about this election. Instead of focusing on Bachman, on Santorum, and pick on them, and oh my God, they said this, napkins, tea bags, what is that? Alan West, what did he say? Oh, chocolate chip ice cream. Your sexual orientation is like a chocolate chip ice cream. Whatever. These people are morons. They're politicians, by the way. That pretty much explains everything. We have to focus on getting a person into office that's better than them. And obviously, I personally think that Ron Paul is a better choice among the GOP. He has a really good chance this time now to really beat the other GOP candidates and get the nomination. And if he does get the nomination, then no Bachman, no Santorum, none of these little creepos, okay? And Ron Paul is really good. I mean, he's not anti-gay, and he supports gay people doing whatever we want. You want to call it marriage? Fine, call it a marriage. I'm okay with that, and so should you. So I'm just saying, if you really want to be smart about this, instead of being a pedestrian and sitting on your ass, bitching and whining about Santorum and about Bachman and about her gay husband or whatever, why don't you actually get up off your ass and do something about it? Support Ron Paul, or even the other candidates like John Huntsman if you want to. He supports civil unions. Or you can support Gary Johnson, who supports gay marriage. He's a really good candidate. He's a nice guy, by the way. And he really knows what he's saying. He's not a stupid little creepo like Santorum, Bachman, or the other members of the Breakfast Club. Okay, that's what I prefer. And if we select people like that and put them in office and support them, then we don't have to worry about Bachman. We don't have to worry about any of these other cartoon characters. We don't have to. But since we only do is bitch and whine and complain about these people, then guess what? They look better now. My advice is to shut up. Shut up and act. Shut up and do. Enough with the talk, enough with the banter, enough with the, this and that. Just go ahead, support Ron Paul, support Huntsman, support Johnson or these other candidates to make sure that one of these candidates, they get the nomination and not these other assholes. That's all what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that you have to love Ron Paul or love John Huntsman or any of that. I'm just saying, if you want to be smart about this, here's a solution. Take it or leave it. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Well, it looks like we've come to the end of our show for today. I really appreciate you for listening in and tuning in. This has been the Jose Soto Show. This is Jose Soto, and I leave you tonight. Take you and take care.